All right, so who is going to introduce his or herself first?
Sir, shall I introduce myself?
Sure, go ahead.
Mhm. Sir, my name is Mohammad Nur Hussain Takwar. I'm from Sylhet. I have passed my SSA examination from Bluebird School and College. I have passed my HSC from Sylhet MC College, Sylhet. I'm currently studying at Breck University in CSC department. Thank you, sir.
Right now you're from Sylhet, right? No?
Yes, sir.
Where do you live
Yes.
exactly in Sylhet?
Sir, Sylhet is my hometown. That's why.
Oh, no, no, I know that. Oh,
So,
in
why
which
exactly in
area?
Sylhet? Why did I come to Breck University? Is that the question you're
No,
asking
no,
me?
question is where do you live exactly in which
Oh,
area in Sylhet town?
sir, South Shurma, Sylhet.
South Shurma.
Yes,
All right.
near the Kazi Bazar Bridge.
Near the Kajibadar, please. All right, that's great.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
No.
Sir, can I introduce myself?
Sure, sure. You don't have to ask the permission. Go one
Okay.
by one.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashkur Rabin Talay Boyan. I am from Dhaka. I have completed my O-level and A-level from Oxford English Medium School, which is in Demra. Right now, I am studying in Brack University, CSE department. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Joanne.
Hi guys.
Sir, good morning everyone. My name is Mohammed Hussain Islam. I studied my SSC and my HSC examination in Dhaka Residential Model College. Currently I'm studying at Breck University in Computer Science and Engineering Department. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Rajon.
Hello everyone, I am Kazi Abraf Hussain. I have completed my SSC from Mohammadpur Government High School and HSC from Mohammadpur Model College. I am currently at Brack University at CSE department, and I live in Dhaka. Thank you everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Abrar.
Assalamualaikum sir. My name is Janathan Tadri Tisha. I am from CSC Department of Barak University. I completed my SSC at Ideal School and College and SSC at National Ideal School and College.
All right. Thank you very much, Tisha.
Hi guys. Fatima, if you want to speak, you speak.
Nia,
thank you.
Nia, okay, fine. Fatima, go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Assalamualaikum. I'm
fine.
Fatima Zora Diba. I'm from CSC department. I have done my SSC from Kakul High School and College and my SSC from YWCA Secondary College.
All right. Thank you very much, Diba. So,
Welcome,
Humaira,
sir.
you should go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is the third time I'm speaking.
Yeah, that's why I give
and
the floor to you.
I think it's fine. It's completely fine if people wants to speak earlier.
Yeah, that's
Hi
fine.
guys, it's Humaira Tabassum Niha. I'm in the CSC department of Brack University. I have completed my SSC from Milestone in Dhaka and college from Cross College also in Dhaka. I'm in Dhaka. And sir, it is really nice to meet you. And I hope I get to see everyone and have a good time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Neha. Exactly. Yeah, we hope that we can see each other in campus. Hopefully, after the March, we are hoping that we can go back to our beloved campus, right? So, hope for the best. For the...
Exactly, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Myra.
You're welcome, sir.
Assalamualaikum, sir. My name is Hisham.
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Hisham.
So please change your skin name, Snapshot.
I'm sorry, I actually did that.
Yeah, those who have 1 minute, just give me a 1 minute. I'm sorry to interrupt. So you should change your screenshot name, right? Because the way actually I'm going to take your attendance, depending on name will be show over here. So that's why it is necessary to change your name. Please give your name according to your uses. That would be helpful for me.
Okay, sir. I'll be sure to check that out. What I was about to say is that actually from Pabna, and I completed my HSC from Government Bulbul College, and SSC from Pabna Collectorate Public School and College. And I'm currently studying in Brack University, CSE department.
All right. So I forgot your name. What is your name? Sorry.
I guess you can call me just Isham
Isham.
with an M. Yeah.
Isham. All right. Thank you, Isham.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wassalam.
Hello, everyone. My name is Iftekhar Ahmed. I am from Dhaka. I completed both my SSC and HSC from Biseshta Munchabdurov Public College, and I am also currently studying at BRAC CSE department.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Rakibul Hassan Talukdar. I am from Uttara, Dhaka. I completed my SSC from Uttara High School and HSC from Jatir Janak Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and now recently currently studied at BRAC University CSE department. Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you, Rakib.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. This is Shomesh Palumdar Saurabh. I'm from Kumilla. I'm currently in Computer Science and Engineering Department, 4th semester. I completed my HSC from Ispani Public School and College, Kumilla. Thank you, sir.
All right, sure. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam. Yes, Saif, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
I'm Mohammed Saif. I am from Jamapur.
Okay, you carry on.
I am studying in CSE department. I completed my SSC from Jamapur Jila School, and I completed my HSC from Soid Nazrul Islam College, which is in Mymensingh.
All right. Thank you very much, Saif.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Arju, you should go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I'm YB Arzu. Yes, I'm YB Arzu. I'm from Dhaka, and I completed my O&A levels from British Standard School, which is located in Wari, which is also in Dhaka. And right now I'm in CSE department of BRAC University. It is an honor to meet you, sir, and I hope we all, sit together in the class and have a really great time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Arju. So, Arju, what is the elaboration of your Y and B in your name?
Its full name is Yasimul Bari Arzu, but the pronunciation is a bit different. It's Wasimul Bari.
Wasimul Bari.
I don't know. There's some confusion going. Yeah, it's Wasimul Bari, but
Wasimul
it's written with a Y.
Oh, all right. So that's great. All right. Thank you, Arju.
Yes, sir.
So Tasnim Mahbub, I have mic issue. Don't worry. So it'll be fine. Sure, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
1 minute, Antara, right? So Tasnim Mahbub he has some headphone issue, so he is going to write his name actually, or whatever he. Go ahead, Tasnim. One second. Tasneem, are you writing your intro? Not necessary to write elaborately. Just you can write. We know your name. It's Tasneem Mahbub. Yeah. I'm from Victoria School and College. I'm currently at BRAC University at the CSE department. All right. Thank you very much, Tasneem. Yeah, go ahead, Antara. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Antara Samiha. I'm from the CSE department, and I studied I finished my O-levels from Bangladesh International Tutorial and A-levels from Radius International School. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Santuro. Yeah, who is going to be next?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Fardin Mashrafi Mahi. I live in Dhaka. I completed my SSC and HSC from BSS to Nur Muhammad Public College. Currently, I'm at BRAC University at CSE department. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fartin. There are a lot of guys from this institute, which is of Nur Muhammad Public School and College. Do you know over here, Mr. Abdul Rauf? He's a physics teacher, probably.
Yes, he was my class teacher at college.
Yeah, he's my younger brother. Younger brother means he's from also Shahjalan University, same institute. He's 1 year senior than me. I know him very well. He's a very nice person.
Yes, he's a very nice person.
Yeah. Thank you, Fartin. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, is there anybody left?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I'm Raisa. I'm from Singh. I have completed my SEC from Vidyamoy Government Girls High School and HEC from Mominunsa Government Women's College. And I'm from CSE Department, BRAC University.
All right, thank you very much, Raisa.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Tanzina Afrin Khan from the Department of CSE. I'm from Uttara. I've completed my O-levels and A-levels from school age. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tanjina.
Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Samsul Ashrafin. I have passed my SSC from Ideal School and HSC from Dhaka Imperial College. Now I'm currently reading at CSE department at BRAC University. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Rafin.
Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Siam Ferdos. I live in Dhaka. I completed my SSC from Monipur High School and completed my ACC from Shohid City College. And I am studying in CSE department.
So why do you leave, Siam?
Monipur College is not that good. That's
No.
The school is good.
I said, why do you live? Do you live in Mirpur?
Oh, Dhaka.
Yeah, Dhaka exact location.
Yes, Kajipara.
Kajipara.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalam.
Hello everyone. I'm Amina Zannat Burhan. I'm also from CSE department. I completed my SSC from Fazl Rahman Ideal Institute, which is in Malibag, and HEC from National Ideal College.
Yeah.
It feels so good to see you all here. Looking forward to meet everyone soon. Thank you, sir.
Exactly. Nurhan, yeah, I know that you are from CSE. You guys are majority. I am the minority over here. Don't worry, those who are from different department, they all are from CSE department. I know that. Don't worry. I'm also from minority department from MNS. It's just a fun. All right. Thank you very much. It's really nice, definitely, from different guys. Why I'm actually asked you guys where you from? So I can remember when you start this online semester, that was back from July to 2020. So in that time, actually, one guy joined from Khagrasuli. It was, I just astonished. So someone actually joining from that remote area, and he tried to every day join in the live session. It was really exciting for me. So and that boy was, I would say that he was really good, and he always tried to actually come to that live session on time from that remote area. It was really something different for me actually. So that's why I'm asking, where are you from, you guys? All right, thank you very much. Is there anybody left who didn't introduce his or herself? Yes, Sajid, go ahead. You don't have to raise your hand.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I'm Sajin Ahmed. I live in Dhaka. I'm from the EEE department of BRAC University. I completed my HSC from Milestone College, and I completed my SSC from Borishal Jilla School. Thank you, everyone.
All right, Sajin, do you feel the minority issue over here?
Yes, everybody is
Don't
from
worry,
CSE.
I'm with you exactly. I'm with you. Don't worry. But these guys are very interesting actually. Most of the students, the CSE department, yeah, they are very, very smart.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Who is going to be the next?
Assalamualaikum, sir. I'm Ratia Nahar Khanum Rumki. I'm from Mirpur, Dhaka. I have completed SSC from Manipur High School and HSC from Mirpur Can Public. Now I'm studying at Black University, CC department.
All right, thank you very much, Rumki.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Salam.
I am Faizul. I live in Manikonj. I completed my HSC from Manipal Government High School and HSC from Government Devendra College, and I'm also from CSE department. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Faizul.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, sir. Sir, I currently live in Shantinagar, Dhaka. I have completed my SSC from Official Ideal School and College and HEC from Notre Dame College, and I'm currently studying in that CSE department. Hoping to meet you all.
All right, thank you, Fatin. All right, is there anybody left who didn't introduce his or herself?
Assalamualaikum, sir. I'm Nafis Khan. I'm in CSE department. I completed my HSC from Adamji Cantonment College and I completed my SSC from Bangladesh International School. I'm from Dhaka. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Bangladesh International School is Nirchor or Mohakali DUH?
Mohakali DH, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nafis.
Assalamualaikum, sir. My name is Hafsa Tahsin. I'm from Dhaka. I've completed my SSC and HSC from Holy Cross Girls High School and College, and I'm from CSE department.
All right, Tahsin, thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum, sir. I am Shahadiar Khanapon and I am from Dhaka. I completed my SSC and HSC both from Camden School and College, and I am from CSE department. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Apon.
Assalamualaikum, sir. I am Hutasim Rushid. I live in Mirpur, Dhaka. I had completed my SSC and HSC from Manipur College, and currently I'm in CSE department, Brack University.
All right, thank you very much, Muntasir. But my one recommendation, you should change your profile picture. Please change your profile picture.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes, is there anybody?
Sir, I think we are done.
All right, so that's great. Thank you very much. So all of you, it was really nice to talk with you. Different guys from different institute, different location. It's really exciting for me. That's great. So first of all, I'm going to say because those who are actually in the second or third semester, you guys will know that there are some change, little bit change from this semester because we are hoping that we'll go back to our campus by the end of that at the beginning of the March, basically, because they give us instruction that up to 8 March, we will continue on that online semester. After that, if the situation is going to be improved, definitely we will go back to our in-person class. We are hoping for that so that we can see you in class. Hope for the best, actually. But in the previous semester, you guys know that this live session was not mandatory. It was basically a tutorial class. If you have any issue, we basically discuss those things in the previous semester. But right now, this from this semester, university changed their policy. You have to join this live session. This is mandatory. There will be some marks also for attendance. In the BRAC University, there is a rules for the attendance, although they allocated only 5 marks for your attendance. But if you are not present at the 70% in your classes, then you will be not eligible to sit for the final exam. So which means you will basically will be absentee. Absentee means there will be no grade from this course. You have to retake this course. So that's why take this issue seriously. Your attendance would be counted from here. So I will take that attendance and every day, and that will be carry the 5%. But what would be the cutoff attendance percentage actually that we still not decided. Basically, the different people have different opinion. Someone actually they're proposing that in this course actually, I'm not sure about the other courses what they are doing. In our this course, someone is giving that proposal. It should be lower something. It would be 50%. Someone proposing the 60%, so that we cannot still come to a point what would be that cutoff. Hopefully by next 2 weeks, including this one, actually, we can come to a decision what would be that cutoff frequency to attend that class. I'm going to actually give you the idea about the marks distribution of this course for this course in this semester, spring 2022. We allocated the 5% for your attendance, 10% for your quizzes, 25% for your assignment, lab, there is an integrated lab for this course. There is a 10% for that one. Midterm will be 20% and final will be your 30%. Among these, actually, the lab will be in online, basically, whether we go back to campus or not. For this semester, we decided that the lab should be in online. So if we come back to that, actually go back to actually our campus, it would be not possible to do the lab in person actually class. There will be some issue actually. So that's why we decided that for this semester, only for this semester, we'll run this lab in online. And there are how they will run this lab. They have different faculty. They are TA basically. They will run this lab. They will give you the instruction. All of you, did you join the Slack channel?
Yes, sir.
Please
Yes,
join
sir.
over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whatever the announcement, they will actually give you.
I'm not in the Slack channel.
You are not in the Slack channel. Why? Didn't you get my email? I give that link.
Yes, sir. I think I got it, but like I wasn't sure about that. As I was joining the Slack channels, I couldn't, first of all, I didn't check my email. Then when I checked, it was late already. So I thought I'm going to do it the next day, and the next day is this class.
All right, so that's fine. So you should join over there as possible, because there are also some section-wise channel. Because anything regarding your section, I'm going to announcement over there for section. There you will find also announcement channel, which is general channel, announcement channel, your lab channel. You will find some problem solving channel, because these are they have the different purpose actually. So if you have any issue, because announcement channels actually we are the faculty going to be give you the announcement for any course related issue, and there is a general channel. You can raise any point over here. You have problem solving channel. If you face any difficulties to do the problem, you can post this over there, so you will find out the solution. Either any faculty or anyone who can reply this thing actually. So that's why there is also the lab channel. You have to connect over there, because lab is going to be run through the online, so you have to connect with that lab, otherwise you will miss the information. So that's why it would be better to join also Slack section-wise channel, because say anything regarding your marks and assignment and anything, I will post in your section-wise channel, not in the general channel. So if you want to know those things, you have to definitely come to in that section-wise channel. Yes, Ashik.
Sir, there is no section for 10, sir.
No, there is. Probably you missed that.
No,
There is a section for 10.
Yeah, there is a section for
They recently made the section 10. Check it again, Ashik.
recently mean I already created actually the last.
I don't know,
No, it
sir.
was
I
a long.
just
Sorry, you give
acha. Then it
hashtag
was nice
hashtag channel.
Yeah, I'm giving you that. You can I give you that
Hashtag
link.
channel.
Yeah, hashtag channel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, use that one. You
Okay,
can
sir.
directly join over there. I also give that announcement channel, my general notice over there. Probably in general, yeah, in general,
Okay,
I
sir.
give that. Click on right on that way. You can join on the section change channel, which I still keep in open. Probably from the next week, I will make it private from there. So after that, you cannot join over here.
Sir, is there any section, particular section channel we are talking about? Because
Yes, yes,
I went,
yes. There is also.
sir, I went to the Slack and I got into the Slack. So there are like 4 options: announcement, general, lab, problem solving, and random. I cannot see any channels over here
Yeah, so do one
except
thing.
this.
Actually, use that hashtag I give you in the message chat box. Use that one to join over here, or I can give you the link directly. Depending
Or you can just have an option there, add a channel. So if you
on.
click on add a channel, you will have various options of section wise, and then you can add to join to section 10.
Okay.
Or we can do one thing. I give you the link. Just click on that link. It will directed you towards that section channel.
Oh, I saw it. It's simple. There is I just added a channel and there are like physics sections.
Yes, exactly.
Second.
Yeah, it's exactly not visible like other, but if you click on add a channel, the options come.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So this is the case for that issue actually. So I am talking about, and please join into the lab channel because probably this week they are not going to run this lab. It will be start from the next week hopefully. And for the assignment, we allocated the 25% marks actually. We'll try at least for the quiz and assignment. At least we'll take at least 4 actually, because that's the rule for the Brack University. That number of quiz and the assignment should be n+1, where n stand for actually your credit hour for your course. Since it's a 3 credit hour course, definitely we have to take at least 4 quizzes and at least 4 assignment. So last semester we took actually that 5 graded quiz and 5 assignment also. So we'll try for that thing also in this semester. Let's see what happens. If we get the extra time, we can also manage. We can increase the number of those. And one thing I should mention you over here, the university has the idea that they are going to take the mid and the final in campus actually. So whether the situation is going to improve or not, they will try to take this at least mid and the final in the in campus. So that's why we prepare for that one. Do not say that we do not know this thing one. At the very beginning of my class, I'm giving you that message that you have to prepare for that one. At the midterm exam. So midterm exam, definitely they will, if the situation is not going to the worst. So
when will be the midterm exams?
it would be basically exact date I cannot say you. It would be after 12th lecture. That's been after
12th lecture.
yeah 6 weeks. So that's why I hope that we can arrange, if the situation is going to be improve, definitely then we can arrange these in the in-campus exam, especially for mid and the final. Yes, Fatin.
Sir, will be the class will be recorded? The classes will be recorded?
Yes, I am already doing that one because there's some issue actually from, I do not know why the Google changed their idea. Last semester they give up that opportunity. We can record it from that.
So they changed it. Now, if you have to record it, you have to record it through a third party.
Yeah, I know that. I'm
Google
using
isn't changed.
third-party software. I'm using basically the Camtasia to record it, this live session. And after doing that record, I will post it that thing also in your section-wise channel. So that's why it is necessary to join your section-wise Slack channel, because I have different channel, different section also. For different section has a different section, different channel.
And sir, the attendance will be counted from the next day or the next week?
No, I will count it from the next class. Actually, this is actually the first class, so that's why if you give me the permission with all of your consent, I will give the attendance all of you today, just for today, not for the next class. In the next class, definitely I will take the attendance, and I do not know when I will take. Sometime I will take at the beginning of my class. Sometime I will take at the middle of my lecture, and sometime I can take at the end of my lecture. So if you miss somehow, don't requested me to give that attendance. I cannot do that one actually. So that's why it would be better to join this live session. I will start every day at least 5 minutes later. Since we have a 12:30 class, I will start at exactly 12:35. So that is the case actually for how I'm going to run this course.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, I saw in bugs in week 1, so the graded pop quizzes. What about that, sir?
Yeah, so these graded pop quizzes actually basically it was the idea for the previous semester how we did run because that graded pop-up quiz actually we have allocated some marks for that one, but since right now we come back to that live session is mandatory, that's not going to be right now mandatory for you. That would be actually the helpful for you. It will check your understanding level of your topics. So that's why it is not mandatory right now give you that graded pop-up quiz. If you give that will just for your practice.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, so now I'm going to talk about basically the course topics. This course basically we are going to talk about the Newtonian mechanics. I said at the beginning. So although the course content is a very big, because when they designed this course, actually at that time university has a bi-semester system. That's been the 6 month semester. But when they shift from bi-semester to tri-semester system, they didn't actually updated that course content. So that's why it's very difficult for us because if you go through your uh, topics into the RAC University website, you will find out that the course actually going to the cover is starting from the Newtonian mechanics, then properties of matter, then waves and oscillation, then also the thermodynamics, which is a big content. It's very tough to cover because initially they probably in 6 month semester they use almost 40 or 42 lecture. Right now it's come back to the 24 lecture, which is very difficult to accommodate those content in this timetable. So and this online semester is become too hard also to cover all those things. So that's why mostly we are going to talk about mechanics part properly. Then if we get the time, we'll talk about some waves and oscillation and some part of the properties of matter if we get the time. That would be my idea to run this course in this semester. And one thing could be happen actually. I don't know. This is actually we did in uh, previous semester because this is we always try to take the mid and the final with the same question. I don't know what will happen actually if we go back to the in-person class. Mostly that's going to be that could be I'm not sure about it. That could be possible that the different section would be the different question. So that's why, in a sense, your live session. So that's mean if I prepare the set of the question for my section, I will try to follow whatever I discuss in my live session or the class. I will try to set up that question in that way. So that's why it is necessary to join this live session. If you do not join, then you will miss a lot of things, and apparently, definitely, your grade is not going to be up to the mark. It should be very uh, unfair for in a sense actually I'm not it's not would be better for me if any student get a bad grade from this course. I mean, I never want that one. So and my point is whatever the grade is come to you, basically you have to earn that one. So if you eligible for that, definitely you're going to get that one. So for that one you should be very regular. Otherwise it is very difficult. Why I'm saying that very difficult in a sense, most of the time actually the topics we are going to talk about over here is not new for you. All of the topics you guys know properly, and because this is, I can say, in terms of, you say, those who are coming from Bangla medium, it would be for you actually basically the English version, whatever you learn in your higher secondary. But the different would be, the approach would be a little bit different, or its presentation would be a little bit different. In a sense, we are not going to give you any definition or the derivation in your exam, whether it's a quiz, whether it's the assignment, mid, or the final. We'll try to apply those things in your real life problem. Sometimes we set up a problem. To solve that problem, you need that more than one topics. So that means, say, if I set up a problem, you need two idea of the work energy. It will be need for the momentum. Sometimes it will be also included the two-dimensional motion. So that's mean in one problem you have to apply more than 2 or 3 idea. So that's mean if you do not know your topics properly, then it's very difficult. It would be very difficult for you. And most of the time, I will try to I try to give you the idea of the general way. I will never talk about to go through in the specific way, which is very bad thing actually. So if I try to know, if I give you the idea of the general way, so definitely you can solve the problem in a specific case or the special case actually. We'll try to always talk about the general case, which is be the way to know that natural science as my concern actually for that. And that's all from my side. Do you have any question? Yes, Orpita.
Sir, will you round up our scores if like one student misses their grade for 1 marks?
I always do that one, but that's for 1 marks.
Okay,
I
thank
always do
you.
that one. And one thing, please guys, do not run behind the CGPA. I'm sorry to say, but this is true. This is true. Never run behind the CGPA. It's a meaningless thing. Totally meaningless thing. Try to understand your topics. Believe me, you're going to a good grade. That's going to be a meaningless, especially in your field, in your subject, computer science. It doesn't care about the what is your CGPA. It is, if it is at least the modest, then it's fine. 3 or 3.5 is going to be 3.5 is more than, I would say actually. 3 is, that's for my opinion, that is. So if you're thinking about the CGPA, I have to get 4 out of 4, but you do not know your subject matter, which is totally meaningless. Don't run behind the CGPA, guys. Run to know your subject matter, what you are getting from this course. That should be your primary target for every course. Every course. Right. Otherwise, basically, I say this thing in all my classes actually. Since guys, you are going to be engineer at the end of this 4 year, right? So can you define what is engineering actually? How do we define it? How do you going to define the engineering? Hmm?
So like engineering is like who solve problems, different kind of problems, practical problems, like problem solver.
Yes, exactly. Right. So that's your first target actually. Basically, I say it in another way actually. Engineer makes our life easier. That's their job. They are doing their thing also, right? So for example, you're using your cell phone, a smartphone. So when you touch your screen, it's indicating some point, precisely that locate that point. How they do that? Or what is the principle behind that? Can anybody say that one? How that smartphone touch screen works? Or what is the principle behind that one? Can anyone say me that one?
So there are like capacitors under the screen that discharges when your skin touches it.
Capacitor.
Or something like that.
Yeah, so you're right. So capacitor. So, but not exactly that. They use in create in different way. I'm going to show that your answer is right. Absolutely, you're right. So let me share my screen with you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Say this is basically
Yes, sir.
yes. This is actually your smartphone screen. Think about. So when you touch a point on that screen, your hand has a lot of free electron in our body, right? When you touch that point, basically, that point actually act as a negative source, as a negative terminal. By the charge separation or the polarization, you can say that other side of this screen will create a positive end. Then automatically it will act like a capacitor and it will create a voltage drop. So that's mean when in a place, in a equipotential surface, if you find out a voltage drop, your cell phone processor easily can detect that that point has a potential drop, and that's how that point is locked, or it can precisely locate that point, which is a very simple idea of the potential drop, right? We know this thing, potential drop. We can measure the potential drop. We find out the potential drop if we give some combination of the capacitor. But what is the application of that? That is the application of this thing. And you, as an engineer, you should know this one, because you are going to make our life easier using this simple science or the natural science. And sometimes this is called actually the capacitive screen actually. So that should be your target. So that's why I'm saying that please never run behind the CGPA. It's required some up to some portion actually, but most of the case it is meaningless to me unless you do not use subject matter properly. Then it's totally the meaningless. Sometimes I say, sometimes I'm sorry. Sometimes I say that then you need to another degree to get your job, right? That's happening. We are producing thousands of engineers in every year all over the Bangladesh, but we are cannot creating any skillful person in this field, science and engineering field. That's why we are behind in our education system. That's not your fault. I'm saying that, guys. That's not totally your fault. That's the fault of our education system. We are running behind the CGPA. We are encouraging the student to learn or memorize that those things science, which is totally garbage. It's totally garbage. We cannot apply our we know that vector and scalar, we are learning from our school life, but what is the application of that? Where I will use those things? Unless I do not apply this knowledge in my real life, then physics become boring. We say that the physics is boring. That's not the fault of the physics. The fault how we are going to represent those things in front of you. That goes to actually that instructor. That is also my responsibility to make these so that you get the interest to learn. So where I'm going to use these things. That's the problem. That is the problem. And that's the same problem I face when I actually like you, when I got to the, but luckily I got 2 or 3 person actually. They actually somehow motivated me. So that's the way to think about it in that way. And I try my level best to transfer this message to my students also. Right? It is required actually, guys. It's required. Anyway, so do you have any more question?
No, sir.
I think someone raised hand actually. I missed that somehow.
Sorry.
Yeah, Fatin.
Yes, sir. I was asking about will the theories faculty will help us in the assignments?
Sorry, theory?
Faculty will help us in the assignments.
No. Theory means my job would be basically only to contact a class. If you have any question to understand, I can help you to only understand the question, not for too much actually how we are going to solve that one. That's not my job. That should be your job. Yeah, I will discuss that problem, what you need to solve those problem or that related type of topics problem I'm going to talk about, but not exactly how to solve this one. That's your job. That should be your job to solve.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Fardin.
Sir, my question was,
Sorry, Fardin, I cannot hear you properly. Do you guys hear him properly?
No,
I think there
No,
is some
sir.
network
No,
problem,
sir.
Fardin. It's bittering. I cannot. Your sound is not clear to me.
Fardin, you might write it down.
Sir, maybe it's his network.
Probably yes. There is some network problem, network issue. Yes, Fardin. Am I audible to you, Fardin?
Sir, yes, sir, you are
Maybe
audible to
lecture
us.
note or just the box video. No, lecture note means you will get that this recorded live session. I will record. I'm recording this live session, and I will post it that video into your section-wise Slack channel. I'll post that one, and that's why sometimes you can go through the box video if you want. That's going to be helpful. That's why we keep those things into the box.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry about the audio problem. It was like the math process, the math 110, there was some calculus PDF notes. Will there be any notes like that in
No,
physics?
you will not find out those things. I can give you one information. You will find out some summary of the week that is available into the VUX. At the end of the lecture or end of the week, you will find out a PDF file which is actually called the summary of the week.
Okay.
That will be available. Is there any more question?
Sir, I don't want to actually sound like a low bowler here, but what is the purpose of Slack? I never really used it actually.
You guys answered those one because you guys are from our CSE department. You are very smart. You should know this one. I'm sorry, I'm also not used to for this one. When they start this thing, actually, it was really tough time for us for accommodate with this software, but these apps actually. But it is really helpful. Somehow, if I want to communicate with you or if you want to communicate with me, so definitely these apps is going to be the helpful. It's really helpful.
So
Slack is
basically,
just
it's
like
just a text
Discord.
channel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is just like Discord. Yeah.
It is just like Discord.
I'm not familiar with that Discord. Please don't me ask to cope up with that software.
It's a bit easier than this, I'm not gonna lie.
Discord is easier than Slack.
Yes, sir.
No.
When
Maybe
you
then
get used to it.
If you get used to it, then it is.
No.
I
So,
find
no. Why?
Slack more easier than Discord.
Yeah, because Slack is basically we officially decided to use the
Slack
Slack.
is the professional version of the Discord. It's like where you get where the professionals and the other.
Yeah, that's
official
the
ones.
issue. That's the issue
That's
for your university authority. Unless they pay of this software, we cannot use that one, right? Officially, because otherwise, initially, actually, we are basically. If I say that honest, we are reluctant to use these apps actually initially, but I would say right now it was really helpful. It was at the beginning. It was basically the nightmare for us. You cannot imagine actually what was that, and that credit goes to actually definitely our dean, Mahmoud Mohinder sir. He tried at least actually try to heart and soul to set up these bugs, and for that one, the Slack one is also help us a lot. It's really helpful if you cope up with that system. It's going to help.
But if I may ask, why the difference? Like the math faculty uses Discord and the other faculty uses Slack. It's a bit confusing for us to maintain.
No. Discord probably they introduced later. They probably with their team, but initially they encourage us actually to use that Slack at the beginning of that. Or before the start of the online semester, the School of Data Science, and he is actually the dean of the data science, Professor Mahmoud Mohinder. He encouraged us to cope up with this Slack because he is very much familiar or used to with these apps actually. So that's why we shifted to the Slack. And that's why I'm asking you, please do not request me to pop up with that Discord again. Then we need to change the whole team actually in our physics 111, and we are not actually that or eager to learn new apps again.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I think it's fine because every app, every department has their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like earlier, maths department also had Slack in it, but they later on introduced Discord as they found it easier and all. If you're finding Slack easy, then it's good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
there is an option in the Slack. I do not know whether it's could be available in the Discord. I can, if you are in online the Slack, I can call you actually. That voice is available in the Slack.
There's a system.
Is that available in the Discord?
Guys, Slack is Slack is basically Messenger. Slack is basically Messenger, but Slack has an option where you can mute your conversation when you are done. So when you get back online, then you can text back.
Yeah.
It's actually like Messenger. It's easier.
Yes.
And Discord is like a...
Slack has some message limits, isn't it?
Yeah, it has some message limit. 10,000.
Yes, sir.
10,000 messages. It's huge. It doesn't require to in one semester 10,000 messages.
You don't have to text a faculty member for 10,000 messages. So I think it's fine. It's just an app. And Discord is for gaming, guys. So
We are gaming, streaming, everything.
Yeah, Discord.
Yes, exactly.
Probably
So
that
when you're
one.
playing
find
Valorant, like you all do,
Talk with the
then
viewer.
that's
You
different.
you can talk with like 10, 100, and thousands of people in the voice channels if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, I
The
find
voice
out
channels.
actually the Slack is more professional than Discord actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the point.
that's
Yes,
there.
Slack
sir.
is
Slack
the
professional version of
Discord.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Nafis can raise a question, sir. I have a 2 physics class tomorrow. Oh, that's the lab for Nafis. That's lab. If it's 3-hour class, that indicates you the lab. But you don't have to be present in lab on to that time because I said you the lab will be in online. They will give you some instruction in the lab Slack channel. Join the lab Slack channel. You will get the same as over here when you have to perform that lab.
Oh, sir, so you are our theory faculty.
Yes.
So we have a lab faculty also, right?
Yes.
So will they be contacting us or something, or will we knock them on Slack?
No. So if you are connected in the lab Slack channel, you will get the SMS automatically. They will give you some announcement.
Oh, all right.
they have some instruction how you have to perform those lab actually.
Thank you, sir.
He's asking for the live session link. All right. Is there any more question? Otherwise, I can start my topics today. I have hardly 20 minutes. All right. So I hope you can start the topics if you don't have any question. Can you see my screen properly, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So today I'm going to talk about basically vector and scalar, which is very familiar topics.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, 2-hour attendance will be counted by watching all the videos on the box.
No. There will be no attendance counted from your bugs. I will count the attendance from this live session. If you're present in this live session on time, when I'm taking that attendance, your attendance will be counted.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So vector and scalar, right? So this is a very important topics. I know all of you know that some portion you have, there would be a probability that why actually we are learning this vector and scalar. Still, we learning those things starting from your school life, but still we are talking about this vector and scalar. There is a reason. Vector is very important. Say, for example, if I ask you why you are at the BRAC University at the CSE department, so probably you are going to say your answer would be at the end of the 4 year. Definitely, I'm going to be a skillful engineer. right? That's your target. And if you follow that instruction properly, definitely, I hope you can reach that target. So that's mean that is your vector. That's your destination. It is the vector. In every single step of your life, definitely you cannot neglect the vector. If you neglect your direction, definitely you cannot reach over there. That's why vector is very important, especially in the engineering faculty or science and engineering faculty. It has the importance. So that's why we are learning that vector. All right, so vector is basically we define is a mathematical quantity which has both magnitude and the direction, and scalar has only that magnitude, right? So for example, I can say uh, speed is a scalar, it has no direction, and the velocity is a vector, it has a magnitude and the direction. So if I say a car is traveling, so this is your brand new car, you're traveling with this car with some speed. If you say that, say if you're moving, this car is moving with 5 meter per second, then it would be a speed, because I didn't say which direction is moving. But if I say it is moving 5 meter per second towards the north, then it will be a vector, which would be its velocity. So that's how actually you differentiate the vector and scalar in language. But how we express this vector, or how we represent this vector and scalar, there are two ways we can express this one. One is graphical representation, another is mathematical representation. Mathematical representation is very much familiar to you. So if I say I write a vector in a way, so 5i plus 2j, which is two-dimensional case. In that case, you know that I hat and the j hat basically the unit vector. We'll talk about this thing later. And that is actually the mathematical representation of the vector. Now, how we are going to the graphical representation? First, I will talk about the graphical representation because it has some importance. The benefit of this graphical representation is that if you understand the graphical representation, then it will help you without doing that calculation. At least you can predict what will be the direction of the resultant vector. I think that is necessary. That will help, or it will boost your confidence to solve this vector problem. So to graphical representation, we use some length and we use a arrow. This length actually indicating that magnitude of the vector, and this arrow will indicate actually that direction of the vector. We'll use in that way to represent a vector. So for example, if I draw a vector like that, this is to be that vector. If you consider, say, this is smallest box is 1 unit, then it would be 3. And if you consider this is the positive x direction, it would be the 3i, right? So I can say this is basically the 3i. And symbol we use basically most of the case we use a overhead arrow. Sometimes you will find out the bold letter in your book, and sometimes in some books they will also a arrow beyond the letter actually. No, but in most of the case we'll use that overhead arrow to express that vector. That's fine. There are different type of vector we are going to talk about over here. Say first of all, I can say a vector. I can write say that positive and negative vector, which is nothing. Say if I choose this is my positive direction, so any vector goes toward that direction, I will say it will be positive. Any vector goes to the opposite direction, I will say it will be negative. That's a convention actually you can use in that way, the positive, or you can choose in vice versa. If you choose that direction is positive towards the left direction, then this one would be your positive vector. If you choose this is the positive direction, this one would be positive vector. This one in that case it would be negative vector. Well, another type of vector we're going to talk about, which is parallel and anti-parallel vector. What is that? Say, if you have two vectors, say this is the vector A towards that direction, and another vector is V, which is also towards the same direction. Then these two vectors will be said they are parallel vector. Why? Because and the mathematical condition for this parallel vector, actually the theta must be the 0. The angle between these two vectors is 0. How? If you superimpose of the vector A onto vector B, you'll find out there will be no deviation between these two lines. So that's why the angle is 0 over here. And this one we say that it is basically the parallel vector. And anti-parallel vector would be if the two vectors are in the two different directions. Say this one vector is towards that direction and another vector is towards that direction. This is the vector A and say this is the vector B. And the mathematical condition between these two vectors is angle is 180 degree. You can find out if you superimpose that vector B on vector A, you will find out the vector B would be towards that direction. In that case, angle between these two line actually the 180 degree. So that's why the angle would be over here 180 degree. And sometimes you'll find out that these vector, parallel and anti-vector vector are not to be always the magnitude would be equal. Sometimes it would be equal, sometimes it would be the greater, or sometimes it would be the less. Actually, the magnitude is not fixed. It could be equal, sometimes it could be not equal. All right, say I have a vector. Oh, there is one more vector we define actually, that is called actually a null vector, or say that zero vector. So null or zero vector, which has a zero length actually. Say I have a vector A, another vector is B. They are anti-parallel vector with the same magnitude. Say it would be just, say if I explain in mathematical expression, say A is, say for simplicity, is the 2i. In that case, the B would be minus 2i, right? Now, if I'm going to add these two, say that A plus B is going to be the 2i minus 2i, that's going to give you the 0, which is actually the null vector. So that's mean it has a 0 length. So that's mean if two anti-parallel vector which has a equal magnitude, if we add them, we'll get a null vector which has a 0 length. That's how actually we define the null or 0 vector. Say I have a vector. This is the vector A. I want to draw a vector which is twice A. What I can do, so I'm going to basically double the length of that vector, right? Because I multiply by a scalar quantity of that vector. So this is the smallest unit. I use the 2 box for single unit. So then for the double unit, I'll make the double, right? I just multiply that vector by this scalar quantity 2. I can also multiply, say, if I want to flip the vector towards in the opposite direction, I just multiply by the minus 2. Then in that case, the vector direction would be in the opposite direction. That's how actually the multiplication can do. We can change the vector actually. We can increase, or we can also basically change the direction of that vector by multiplying by this scalar quantity. We'll talk about this thing when I'm going to talk about the elaborately of this multiplication of the vector. What about, say, if I'm going to add two vector? For that one, say, I'm going to say a case, say this is a table. On this tabletop, there are, say this is a point A, and you are standing at that point A. there is one more point, say this is the point B, and you want to go from point A to B. Say if you want to go in that way, probably this is will be your route to go from A to B. When you start from the point A towards the B, at the same time, this table moves from left to right toward that direction. If this happens simultaneously, then after reaching point B, you will find out that you reach another point is the C. Do you understand this point? So when you start from the point A, at the same time, the table starts to move towards the left to right. If it is happened simultaneously, after reaching the point B, you will find out is basically you reach another point C. That one can be observed from outside of this frame. A person outside of this table, he said that you will basically reach at the point C. Also, you are saying that no, I reach at the point B. Both are right. So that's mean we can say your resultant displacement is from you first go from A to B, then from B to C, then I can say your resultant displacement basically from A to C, right? I can write this displacement is basically in a form if I write AV plus BC, that must be going to be actually your AC. This is actually if we express by a vector, say this is ABI expressed by a vector A, this is B, and say this is small c, then I can write this, I can write this A plus B must be equal to the C. This is actually a law which is known actually the vector triangle law. This is known actually the vector triangle law, which is very useful, very simple but very useful formula. So this law had a lot of application. We'll see that step by step actually, but you have to understand this law actually properly. So say we can summarize, say I have a vector A, another vector B over here, then my resultant vector C would be over here. This is the C. We can write this formula in that way, A plus B must be equal to the C, and that is the story behind adding two vector as well. But to use that formula, there is some condition. The condition is, first condition, look at this, it said that head to tail connection. That means head of the first vector A is connected to the tail of the second vector. Look at this over here, I made some round. This is the first condition. Head of the first vector must be connected to the tail of the second vector. I write down A is the first vector and B is the second vector. They are oriented in such a way that head of the first vector must be connected to the tail of the second vector if you want to use the vector triangle law. Second condition, if A and B move in the clockwise direction, so if I move from A to B, probably over here is the counterclockwise direction, then if I move A to B in that way, it would be clockwise direction, or vice versa. If you draw, so this is your A vector, this is actually your V vector, then they are head to tail connection over here, and this would be actually your resultant C vector. If you move in that direction, right now you are clockwise, and if you move in that direction, right now you are in counterclockwise direction. That would be the two conditions for use that vector triangle law. What about, say, if I find out some situation in my real life that some case, say I find out vector A is over here, vector B is over here, it could be, right? they are in different location. In real life, it could be possible. Sometime I'll find out, say, one vector is A over here, another vector B is over here. They are tail-to-tail connection right now. In some case, probably you are going to find out, say that vector A is over here and vector B is over here. Right now they are head-to-head connection. Then how I'm going to use my vector triangle law in this situation? I'll find out this thing in my real life, because always I'm not going to find in such a way a vector would be head-to-tail connection, right? In real life case. Then how I'm going to use in that case? And can I take 5 minutes extra?
Yes, sir, sure.
All right, thank you very
Sure.
much. Say I have a vector I draw over here. Say this is the vector A. If I make a copy of that vector from here to here, do you think that these two vectors are same or different?
Same.
They're same.
Same, sir. Same, right? There is no doubt about this. It's definitely the same. So that's mean if I do not change the magnitude and the direction, the vector will be the remain same anywhere I want. I just shift the origin. When I make this one copy, I just simply shift the origin of that vector. That's mean without changing the magnitude and the direction, I can shift anywhere of that vector I want. I have that power. You have that also. But the condition is you don't have to change. You cannot change the direction. You cannot change the magnitude of that vector. Then it will be the remain same in every space, in everywhere in this space. If it is, then using that idea, I will just simply change the origin of that vector from here to here. I can do that, right? Right now it would be head to tail connection. Then definitely I can basically apply my vector triangle law. In that case, this is to be my resultant vector. I can write, say, this is would be A plus B. Look at this. I didn't write down the B plus A because A is my first vector, which is head, is connected to the tail of the second vector is the B. That's why I write down A plus B. I didn't write the B plus A over here. Now, what about this case? This case are, I know you guys are familiar with this. You know that if you have two vector P and Q, the resultant is always in between that, right? If the P, Q are equal, it would be angle would be 45 degree. You know this thing. You know that theorem actually. Where it come from? It come from this vector triangle law. It's very simple. I'm going to say that shift that B from here to here. I just only shift the origin. Then definitely it would be my resultant would be from here to here, right? This will be my resultant vector, which is actually it's a plus B, because initially the vector B was over here, right? If I shift the origin, so definitely it will be that way. What about, say, instead doing, say, shifting the vector B? If I shift the vector A right now, this is the vector A, then the resultant would be this one again. But right now I'll write it would be B plus A. Right. Now this is actually case actually we can use that vector triangle law, the application of vector law. Same thing over here. You can extend it that one. Say I'm going to extend it that B from here to here. This will be that case. Then A is connected to the head to tail connection with the B. Definitely this is will be my resultant vector, which is actually A plus B. That's how actually we can add this vector in a way. All right, thank you very much for your time. I know some of you have a class, so I don't want to take extra time today. So I will continue from the next class. Do you have any more question? Whatever I talked today? Hello, is there any question after this?
No,
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, then thank you very much. See you in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
be safe. Be safe and do not go to the outside unless it is emergency. Take care of yourself, guys. Yes, Fatin.
Take care, sir.
Sir, I have a question. How the attendance will be taken?
I didn't get you.
The attendance, how it will be taken?
I'll count that one. In that, I said that one. I will call your name. So that's why I'm saying that. Please give your name or display name according to your official name, actually, and the proper
We will
picture.
not
It
have
will help me
attendance
to
today,
understand
right?
whether review or is a different one.
Sir, I didn't hear it.
So I will take your attendance from this live session. I'll count your name or I'll call your name in the live session. Not for today, from the next class, actually.
Thank God. I just accidentally missed my first class today, and
you missed?
Well, yeah, another word.
Oh,
just the English class.
Oh, that I do
Not
not.
this one.
That I do not know actually. What his policy actually? I can say only my policy. What I'm going to do.
Oh my God.
But you should contact with the faculty actually.
Okay, sir.
With the proper
I'll be
reason,
sure to
explain
check.
him why you missed that one. So probably he is going to do that. Consider you.
Okay, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next class.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Goodbye, sir.